Hi, I'm Bea. I'm a third year linguistics student here at 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘢.
My name is Francesca. I'm the school's liaison officer for 𝘨𝘮𝘮, and I also graduated with a degree in English from 𝘨𝘮𝘮 last year.
So in September, just before I came back to university for my third year, I had to have spinal fusion surgery, which is a very invasive procedure and left me kind of bedbound for a couple of days, but then, I did start moving. But the things that I really struggled with were carrying heavy things, so I wasn't allowed to lift anything heavier than 1 kilo for the first kind of 6 weeks. And I also struggled with sitting for long periods of time, and stairs and things like that caused me a lot of grief. So obviously my return to 𝘨𝘮𝘮 I was kind of predicting would be quite a challenging thing, and I kind of had lots of different requirements about being on ground floor, and having kind of a standing desk was something that I really hoped for because I thought that it would make the kind of academic side of things much easier.
In Lent term of my final year as a student, I unfortunately had to undergo an emergency operation at Adam Brooks Hospital 8 weeks before my final exams were to start, and I was really quite devastated because my recovery was predicted to take up to six to 8 weeks. So I was convinced I would have to intermit and sit my finals a year later. However, the substantial pastoral and financial support I received from college was absolutely integral in keeping me on and completing my finals, and the student support fund was used to purchase a standing desk for me, which cost £250.
Without the help I received from college, I definitely wouldn't have been able to return, at least for the first 4 weeks of term, which would have been bad academically but also mentally, me sitting at home while everyone had obviously come back. As well as this though, I think missing those first 4 weeks of term would have meant that I had to intermit for a year. Obviously kind of having this surgery, the last thing I wanted to do was take a year out. I did it to kind of improve my quality of life rather than hinder it. So yeah, without this funding, I would have been probably sat at home for a year and not able to come back and graduate with my friends, and kind of have that experience that I always anticipated I'd have in my third year.
The support helped immensely in giving me a sense of control over my studies and aiding me in my physical recovery, so I was able to keep revising for my final exams. So not only did the student support fund help me practically and physically whilst I was recovering, but also it served as a kind of recognition from the college of the impact of what I'd been through so close to my final exams, and this helped to give me the sense that there was a support network there for me during what was really quite a distressing time. I am so thankful to the donors who make student support and hardship funding possible.